Good morning and welcome back to WMHS News. I'm Lexi.
And I'm Jack. Hey Lexi, how was your winter break?
It was great. I spent a lot of time with my family and I loved having a break from school.
Same, but I didn't like having a break from WMHS News.
Every day when you're walking down the street, 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 everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If you can learn to work and play and get along with each other. You got to listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things better by working together. It's a simple message and it comes from the heart. Oh, believe in yourself, for that's the place to start. And I say, hey, wonderful kind of day. To learn to work and play, and get along with each other. Hey, what a wonderful kind of day. Hey, what a wonderful kind of day. Hey,
hey, DW. Hey,
McLean's Girls Leadership Club will be meeting on January 8th during the first block of Highlander time to plan the Feminine Hygiene Product Drive. The drive will be split into different departments, so members should make sure to fill out the Google form in the GOC Google Classroom to determine their group if they haven't already.
A new issue of the Highlander magazine is out. Copies are available at the front of the school and at the rock entrance. But you can access the digital versions now by visiting the highlandernews.com and click on the issue tab. It's also not too late to subscribe. Just visit the link below and pay $25 for your subscriptions to have all of this year issues sent to your homes. Now to Supaxay with sports.
Hi McLean, it's Supaxay with this week's sports. Here's this week's schedule for McLean sports. Tonight, the JV and varsity boys basketball teams take on Langley at home and celebrate their senior night, while the freshman, JV, and varsity girls basketball teams will play at Langley. Tomorrow, varsity wrestling will take on Hyungjin at home for their senior night, and the gymnastics team will compete at South Lakes. On Friday, freshman, JV, and varsity girls and boys basketball teams play Yorktown. Girls will be playing at home for their senior night, and the boys are away. Swim and dive will compete against Yorktown and have their senior night at Spring Hill. On Saturday, JV and varsity wrestling go up against Madison and Westfield at home. Winter track takes on Yorktown and South Lakes at home for their senior day, and swim and dive competes against South Lakes at the Hyungjin Community Center. Starting this week, 25 parents will be allowed to attend varsity games only. FCPS is still determining whether they will allow any fans into their games this year, but McLean Athletics hopes to use YouTube Live for streaming games this week, so be sure to follow at McLean Athletics on Twitter for details. Now for professional sports. In the NFL, the Cleveland Browns finally ended the NFL's longest playoff drought. The Browns won a nail-biter over the Steelers 24-22 on Sunday, which allowed them to officially clinch a postseason berth for the first time since 2002. The Browns were one of two AFC North teams to lock a playoff spot with a win during the early slate of games. The fifth overall seed in the AFC was clinched by the Ravens, who came away with a 38-3 win over the Bengals. The Packers earned the top seed in the NFC by crushing Chicago 35-16. Despite losing, however, the Bears managed to backdoor their way into the postseason because of the Cardinals' loss. In the AFC South, the division wasn't decided until Titans kicker Sam Sloman hit a 37-yard field goal off the upright with no time left to clinch a 41-38 W for the Titans. Also in the world of sports, the NHL plans to start the new season next week on Wednesday the 13th. Also in the NHL, Zdeno Chara has signed with the Washington Capitals. And that's all I have for your sports. Now back to your anchors.
Thanks, Supaxay. If you're struggling with your foreign language class, the Language Center can help you. A variety of students who have widespread knowledge of different languages can assist you with homework, studying, or any questions you have. The center is open at 3 p.m. every other Wednesday. Now to Caroline with World News.
I'm McLean. It's Caroline with your world news of the week. The French government vows to speed up COVID-19 vaccinations. Ireland passes 100,000 COVID cases. Some schools in Kenya open after 9 months. The U.S. Medal of Freedom goes to a top Trump ally Congressman. Nunes. And the U.S. Congress overrides Trump's veto for the defense spending bill for the first time. Iran is continuing to enrich uranium for its nuclear program. Saudi Arabia foreign minister says it will reopen its borders to Qatar. That's it for world news. Now back to your anchors.
Thanks, Caroline. Mentor Center is a tutoring group at McLean where you can sign up to help someone with homework or get homework help. Check out their Google Classroom and visit their Instagram at Mentor Center HS for more information.
If you've been missing the McLean Library, don't worry. The curbside book pickup is an awesome system. Here's a video with more information.
On trend with the rest of the world, McLean's library has made some changes to adapt to COVID restrictions, one of these being the new curbside checkout system.
If a student or a teacher would like a print copy of a book, whether it's fiction or nonfiction, they go to our online catalog, look for either the title of the book, an author, or the subject area. If the book is in, they see the book it comes up, and then there's a blue button that says hold, and they just press hold. That's all they have to do.
I pull the copies for them, then let them know that the copy has been pulled, and send them a link to a Sign Up Genius where they can sign up for a time on Mondays between 9 and 2 to be able to come and pick up the books that they want.
The library is a teaching institution. We have been virtually in the classrooms in every single ninth grade classrooms, and it's continuing. The physical books of what we did especially in the reference room last year, they're not there for the students per se, but we are doing the databases and the curated websites.
While the library is a place of learning, it's also a place to socialize. Here's what a student has to say.
I miss spending time in the library with my friends during Highlander Time 8. I can't wait to get back into the library when school starts again.
Signing off for WMHS News, this is Amani, Bartikova, Caroline BLAKLEY, and Kate Burr.
The checkout process looks great. I can't wait to try it out. Now to Kush with this week's weather.
Hey McLean, it's Kush through weather for the week. This week it's going to be partly cloudy for the most part, so it's not going to be the worst weather like last week with it raining every other day. However, it's going to be pretty chilly though, with the temperatures being in the low 40s almost every day. So keep a jacket handy unless you want to be miserable when you walk outside. That's all for your weather. Now back to your anchors.
Thanks, Kush. If you'd like to submit an announcement, use the form in the description of this video. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and follow our Instagram for McLean updates and fun activities. Have a great week, McLean.
Have a great week, McLean.